Good morning, everyone. So today we're going to continue our series on utilizing Claude Cowork for various random white-collar tasks. In the first video we did some budget reconciliation with Excel documents, and it's more of an accounting finance look. This one's going to be a bit more on sales and revenue operations, consolidating some information that we already have, and I will show you all how we're going to do that. So I have this document or this folder on my computer called Customer Analytics. There are a few Excel docs in here. We don't need the README. That's kind of cheating um, for the AI tool. But supporting files, there's some interesting stuff in here, like analytical enrichment data, customer analytics, stuff like that. Some Excel docs with analytics on there, some CRM exports. We can take a look at that real quick just so you all can see what the AI tools will be working with. Takes Excel a second to open up. Yeah, just things like this, like general information, customers, revenue. I think there's like 200 examples on here. Yeah, control down. Same here, just some information about how much customers are spending per month, things like that. Support tickets, just general things you'd want to know about your customers and tracking. And then in the other one with our fictitious customer or ridgeline customer analytics, you can see some just different metrics in here that we're all going to look at. Yep, nothing too crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and close that, get Claude Cowork back open, and just like last time, we're going to go on this little work in a project area, click choose a different folder, and we're going to go find that customer analytics document on my computer. And if I keep sniffling, sorry for that. My toddler decided to get our family sick in the last week, so that's been super fun. And in case I didn't explain this last time, there's a couple options here, like they act without asking or they ask before acting. I almost always default to act without asking because if not, Claude's going to ask for permission to do almost anything. Meaning, like, if it wants to write some code to analyze some documents, it's going to ask for permission. I don't really want Claude doing that. I want Claude just to write the Python and do it. And then over here are the different models and how much effort they are going to give. And depending on your subscription you have, or if you're at work, how many credits they give you, it's going to kind of determine what model I would recommend you using. Like if you have a max plan, like a personal plan, Opus is pretty cheap. It doesn't kill too many of your tokens, where Sonnet is a more budget friendly one. Haiku is a very budget friendly one, but Haiku is not the smartest all the time. It doesn't do the best reasoning. So I default to using Sonnet or Opus, just depending on what allotment you have, and I can get into that later. Effort level here is just how much time it's going to spend thinking on things. High is a default. For this, high should be completely fine. I use extra or max. I'm like doing some actual software development, having to write complex code and things like that. So we have our folder selected. We have it set to the right setting. We have the right model picked with the good effort level, and we're going to tell Claude what to do here. So pull out key customer insights from the documents in the folder. Pull up, find who the customers with the highest risk profile are and find any other relevant information for our organization. So super generic question. We'll see what it does. And like last time, I'm going to tell it to create an HTML to visualize these findings and have it be interactive and filterable. So if you watch the first video, this is going to be very, very similar to that, in that I'm just essentially having Claude work through some Excel documents on a folder on my desktop, nothing complicated. Working through a way of classifying the different levels of AI interaction, like 0 being people who've never touched AI, 1 being people who've used chat. I think this is kind of level 2, using Cowork to do some analysis for you or do some tasks for you in general. And while this is really helpful, it's kind of limited by how much time you have to tell Claude what to do, but still can be very, very helpful. I think level three is more using Claude Code to develop some apps locally on your computer. Um, After that would be having like deployed software, things like that. But level two is where I'm finding a lot of people are struggling to really gain adoption at, and I'll explain that in a second. Primary audience for this will do the CS and account team. Um, Honestly, all of these, we'll see what it does. Enter. And what I mean by that is a lot of people at these companies are given like a Claude subscription, whether it's an enterprise subscription or something like that, or the team subscription. And they're not really told how to use these tools well. It's more like, hey, here's Claude, here's AI, use it to do your work better. And it's like, oh, congrats. Now I have Cowork on my computer. It's set to Sonic Low. I have no idea what that is. I don't know how to best utilize this, how to best leverage it. And that's the goal of these videos is just walk people through some common use cases in various different parts of like normal white collar work. And then we'll get into some more advanced stuff later on. But this is video number two, just explaining some basic sales analysis that Claude can do for you on some Excel documents. So I will fast forward this part of the video after it is done with its analysis. Okay, cool. So it is done. I'll open that up in Chrome because I opened up a little preview here. Interesting. Yeah, I went for the dark background, which is kind of a telltale sign of using like agentic coding tools. But this will be interesting. So Ridgeline Customer Analytics, CS Command Center. So I did tell it to make it filterable. So Account Explorer, it actually did do that. Awesome. So yeah, you can actually play around with this, filter it, see just the things you care about, and like drill down into them. And it actually has information on the customers. A lot of the stuff's going to be like calculated through Claude. So churn risk, unless that is said, unless that's clearly defined in Excel, it's going to make up its own risk for this. So things to be careful of is just making sure it didn't make up like some kind of bogus metric. But overall, this is pretty good. You can even reset it. Click on another one. Yeah, that's cool. Gives you all the information you need without having to sort through Excel. And the cool thing is you can go then share this with someone. So if I pop open this folder again, let me find it here. I can just copy this or drag and drop it to an email and share it with someone directly from there. So you can literally just go like this, drag it to the email, and then send it that way. So a lot of people are sharing dashboards this way. And I default to using HTMLs for the most part because HTMLs are super filterable, super interactive. If I wanted to make this background white, I could, or you can just do easy little changes like that. And it works very, very well. But yeah, overall pretty cool. See if there's any other information in here. Yeah, so this is number two, video number two in our series about using Claude Cowork to build interactive dashboards based off information you have. Probably make a third one because we did accounting/finance. This is sales and like DevOps or revenue ops. So we'll probably make a third one covering some other area. Just people can see that you can use Claude Cowork for most of your normal white collar tasks like this. But that is all for today. Thank you all for watching.